I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you.
What's up guys, Ghost Rider 8220055 bringing the action figure review. Today I'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Stilt-Man wave into the Spider-Verse, Peter and Miles. It has been not very long since I reviewed a Marvel Legends figure, but this is my first getting back into the line because I want to get more figures because I missed the line, and I got the entire Stilt-Man wave, so those reviews should be coming out within the next month, probably. Just 2 every week, and I'll probably do 2 videos a week and review Stilt-Man. But yeah, so going into the figures themselves, you see the figures in the front, and all the stuff they come with individually. The sides, you see some box art, which looks very cool. It has like that little like dots on the side from the movie. The back, individual bios. There's Peter's bio. You want to read it, pause it there. Here's Miles' bio. You want to read it, pause it there. All the other figures in this wave. Both sides, nothing special there. Sides, same art. Bottom, nothing special. Top, Miles logo from the movie. Well, it's upside down, obviously. There it is there. But yeah, let's get to it and crack these guys open. And here are the two Spider-Men, all the packaging, and I love these figures to death. Miles is my favorite from the two, but Peter B. Parker is a close second to him. They both come with pretty cool accessories, especially Peter B. Parker, so let's get into their accessories. Miles comes with 2 fisted hands, and then he has 2 thwip hands. Miles also has his unmasked head, and then he has his masked Spider-Man head. Putting the unmasked Miles head back on to show him with the animation model, it looks very accurate. I'd say that it's very animated accurate, so I mean, like, if you're a stickler with how things look together, it might not work with comic figures, but for me personally, I think it works perfectly fine, and it looks very much like the movie counterpart. Now going into detail better, the head sculpt has this little line here, which people think is paint, but I think it's just to add more character to his head. Let's get that focusing more on Miles. There we go. But yeah, head sculpt looks very solid. Body looks very solid. This is from the Leap of Faith scene, because he has his jacket on, and that's the only time he's ever seen with the jacket and the suit on. So that looks pretty cool. But the legs are very thin. They do have the pinless joints. That's really cool. I love that. If you're worried about pinless joints being really flimsy on the thin legs, it's not very sturdy. Nothing to worry about there. Shoes look cool. Like those. They are made in China, surprisingly enough. There's no spray paint detail really on the body, like on it here. The older one had. So that's not really a big deal, but something to point out. Back's very basic. Back of the suit, it's very plain. No sculpting back there. The jacket is 2 separate pieces, so if you were curious about that. But yeah, those are the detail Miles. Let's get into his articulation. So going to Miles' articulation, it has a dumbbell joint. I'll use the mast head as an example. It has this dumbbell joint in there. So using that, he looks up pretty much all of the way. Looks down all the way as well. He can go all the way around, full 360, and has a great neck pivot. Arms move outward, down all the way, down all the way around. I don't usually show this, but he doesn't have a butterfly joint, but his arms can meet together like that, so that's pretty cool. Going forward though, very basic. He has a single jointed elbow that will swivel. Where swivels hinges down and up. He has this joint right here, like a diaphragm. It's kind of like the Snake Eyes setup. So he has a diaphragm joint down there and the ab crunch, so both of those crunch forward that much, back that much. The jacket doesn't really get in the way, and it will go side to side. Legs kick forward about that much, back about that much, outward pretty much all the way. No thigh cut up here, but there is one hidden in the sweatpants, so it will swivel like that. Double jointed pinless knees. Ankles don't really move up a ton. They do move down a lot, and then he has a great ankle pivot. Going into Peter B. Parker's accessories, he has one kind of grippy hand and one kind of relaxed hand. And then he comes with a cup from the hamburger place scene, and that does just slip in the hand like that. Not a loose fit, but it definitely doesn't pop in there. It's just kind of a friction holding kind of thing. Peter has 2 thwip hands. And then he has two gloved fist hands. Peter also has his regular head, which is very animation accurate. And then he has a half-mast head. Looking at the figure next to the animation model, I think this is, again, very, very accurate. They had time since the movie came out back in 2018. These are coming out 2020, so they had a lot of time to go over what the character looks like, all the stuff he needs to come with. So yeah, he looks exactly like the movie model. Going into detail, the head sculpt's really nice. It's very thin, animated look, so it's not like very lifelike. It's like compared to the retro Spider-Man head, yeah, definitely way too thin. But it's not for that. It's mainly for the animation, so it's very accurate there. No gray lines here on the side of the hair. That's kind of strange because I know we had them in the movie. That's kind of weird. The entire figure, pinless technology again on everything. I think the only figures that don't have pinless technology in this way are Frogman and the Hand Ninja. Those reviews are coming later. But yeah, the coat's very nice. It's kind of pliable. It definitely gets the way articulation, which we'll show later. But yeah, everything looks solid here. On the back, you can't see it, but the back, like over here, that's covered by the jacket, is sculpted, but it's not painted, so I can see us getting a fully suited Peter B. Parker later on in the line. But yeah, let's get a closer look at his articulation. Alright, going into Peter B. Parker's articulation, he looks up pretty much all the way, down pretty much all the way. He will rotate his head all the way around. He will kind of bob his neck back and forth. No dumbbell joint, so it's just kind of basic that. Arms will move outward pretty much all the way, downward all the way around. He has a bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, and these will be very tight out of the packaging, so be wary of that. Swivel, hinge down and up, and all of the hands are like that, by the way. He has a different setup than Miles. It's two diaphragm joints. I think it's more like an import figure, like the Mayfix Spider-Man, so it'll crunch forward about that much back. It's going to be really hindered because of the coat. He will swivel and go side to side. Legs will kick forward about that much, back about that much, outward about that much. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, and these joints were very tight on me when I got the figure out of the packaging, so be careful not to break it. I suggest putting it under hot water. He has a kind of boot swivel right there. The ankles will move down, up an ankle pivot. Alright, going to size comparisons, you can see that Peter B. Parker stands to be just about 6.5 inches tall, while Miles stands to be just about 5.5 inches tall, maybe almost 6. Here both figures are next to Spider-Gwen, and yes, her review and the Prowler review will be up next week. Speaking of Prowler, here they are next to Prowler. Here they are next to Retro Wave Spider-Man. Here they are next to Plo Koon. And finally, here they are next to a Clone Trooper and a hat. And that's my review. Overall, I love both of these figures to death. I suggest getting both of them. He's on for pre-order on Amazon.com right now, but he's also up for in-stock order on Dorkside Toys, so you can get him there. Miles is out of stock on everywhere but Big Bad Toy Store, so you can take your luck with getting him there. But yeah, I highly suggest you get both of these figures. Highly suggest you guys like and subscribe too. Yeah, again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you too.